Hey guys, it's Guy36 here, and I want to start off by saying I apologize for not making a video on the Smuggler's Pack or the initial balance changes that came, such as making the DMRs overpowered and the Contractor literally the best sniper. Though I really do apologize for not making any videos on that, because the DLC, I don't have it, still don't have it as of now. And I know you're probably saying, but oh, this guy, it's only a $4 DLC. Well, I guess I don't just have, I guess I just don't have $4 laying around. And for the weapon rebalances, I legit had all the recording and testing and everything for all the weapons that got changed. But even then, I still wasn't aware about the DMRs being broken and janked, like all of them, not just the M308. And I was aware that the Contractor literally was the best thing ever. But then, as I was legit about to go record it all today, make the full commentary and everything. But beta came out, so that's the second video. Gone and everything. If also for the DLC, if you guys really want, tell me in the comments or just by leaving likes. If you guys want me to do, you guys still want me to make a video on the DLC, still want me to talk about it and all that. So anyway, so today came out the weapon rebalance beta for Payday 2. I know, sad, not the Payday 3 beta like I would hope. I would personally want a Payday 3 beta, but we have Payday 2 weapon rebalance beta. And in this beta, I did read the opening. I stuck the little letter in the patch notes, which pretty much talked about how to access the beta, and it did state out one thing specifically, and that now like in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Cold War, there's now damage fall off. So to explain damage fall off in Modern Warfare, don't quote me on this because I don't actually remember the exact numbers. And 5, 10 meter, 15 meters, around a 3-shot headshot, 50 meters, 5, 6-shot headshot maybe. So that overall is what damage fall off is. And then to paraphrase what they said in the notes, it said that some weapons are going to be better in that range, some weapons are going to be better below their effective range, some beyond it, some just right in the middle. So I thank you for listening me out on that, and let's get right into it. So right now I already did make a class and everything, so Rebalance with no stats, meaning it has no additional stats, 0 skill points and everything. And we're about to go check it all out. I have Hitman equipped because I don't want the Fast and Furious perk card to affect anything, how things might look. So 5% more damage. I do not have that, so that's why I have it at 0.9. The bots shouldn't be able to affect anything because where we go test these weapons is going to be on proving grounds. Bots aren't spawned in there. So yeah. Now, time to give you my first initial reactions. So first I want to look at the armor, see if they changed the armor by any chance. Sorry. From what I'm able to tell, I'm pretty sure they didn't change the armor at all. That's fine. So let's get to the weapons, starting with the M-car. Okay, so the first three are nothing special. I don't know, they changed the accuracy, that looks pretty much the same. The damage is increased, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's more damage than it should have, right? I'm probably wrong on that. I don't keep track of numbers like that. So in this beta, there's a new stat, optimal range, mid. My opinion, that's not really a good way to gauge range. We have the Overkill. No, they have something. They have the Renaissance site. They have the Box Buddy site. They have the Theoscope, which gives you actual measurements in meters. So Overkill, if you're listening to this, I highly doubt you will though ever. I'd say from immediate thoughts, change that optimal range from mid to actual numbers, because we have access to those numbers with the Theoscope, Box Buddy, and Renaissance sites. But to not have them in the actual stat itself, kinda weird, really. So mid-range, what do you define as mid-range? 50 meters, 75 meters, 40 meters, or is close range defined as 50 meters and below? That's really not really specified. So I know Payday 2, there's not really much open maps, so there's not really many games beyond 50 meters. But you'd be surprised. A lot of maps like Green Bridge, Goat Simulator, and Heat Street, those are like medium long range maps. That's where I see like the mid and long optimal range. But at the same time, right now I just can't really see where that mid is applied, whether it's 30 to 50, 50 to 70, but probably somewhere in the code in this beta. So give Kev Kilder, the long guy, a couple hours and maybe a day or two. They'll have those numbers likely. Now to see the more broader weapons. So okay, so what I can see, so it's mid. Okay, so the DMR is far. Still doesn't say like what's defined. It still hasn't been defined what is far. Like beyond 75 meters, yeah, that is far. But like, what's the actual specifics of where far is? You know, that's still something I have kind of grips with. Did they change any? I have a feeling they could have probably changed some of the attachments, so I'm gonna go check that out with the car 4 in a minute here. Okay, 4. They changed the little friend. Now it has 60 in the reserve, not just 20. That's changed. I pray that they change the AMR 16s and the DMR weapons ammo pickup. I will be testing that because I do have the numbers still on the recording. So I won't be able to show you the numbers because action and all that. It's super dumb, but I won't be able to show you the recordings themselves, unfortunately. But I will be testing them and tell you whether or not they're different or the same. So from what I'm able to pay attention to, it seems like everything pretty much like stat-wise is relatively the same. Maybe with some slight changes here and there, but for the most part, the only thing obvious that I'm able to tell here is the little friend was 60 instead of 40 in the reserve. Shotgun is what I'm interested in really. So shotguns, it looks relatively the same. I'll be honest. It looks relatively the same. Maybe a slight change in balance in here. Okay, so what they define as close range is near. So near, mid, near, near, mid, near, 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 mid. Okay. I will say though, Berserker 12 gauge, yeah, it's a mid. I can see that happening. Raven, Moscone mid. So all the double barrels and break actions are pretty much mid. Personally, I could see the Ryan Field and the Moscone tag being afar. I could see that. Actually, mainly the Ryan Field 880 being more of a mid. I can see that. So what do they have for LMGs? So nothing immediate on their RPK, nothing immediate on that, nothing immediate here. I still feel like the M60 is likely like super broken in my opinion. Snipers, alright. Those for snipers, it's really interesting. When they initially accidentally put in these weapon changes and rebalances, the Contractor became the best gun in the game. Not best gun, likely the best gun in the game, but the best sniper in the game. So I'm gonna look at the stats right now. 60. And I really don't see any difference. Okay. From what I'm able to tell, it looks like they actually increased the rate of fire for the bolt action, so they're gonna have a way faster bolt animation. So it's a fun for the casual quick scoping or the actual just competitive hardcore team play sniping, then yeah, that's gonna be really great. Just having higher DPS overall, being able to be more effective at close range. And for the 160 snipers, 168, their rate of fire hasn't increased to 240. Before it was less than 200. From what I remember, I believe it was either 260. Oh no, 160 or 180. That's been changed now, and the damage has been reverted back to 160. Before, a Contractor was literally at 210. with a 200 rate of fire. Broken gun, really is broken. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's across the board. Sorry if you hear any like noises and all that. That's just the garbage lads digging out the garbage. I really do apologize for that. Nagant is still objectively the worst sniper in the game, in my opinion. Platypus outdoes it by miles in its class, at least. R93 does it by miles in its class, in both rate of total ammo and mag capacity. And Platypus outperforms Platypus in both total ammo and rate of fire. Oh no, they're equal in rate of fire, but total ammo, I'd rather have the Platypus than the Nagant any day of the week. Okay, I'd rather. So the reload time is commendable. So what did they change for pistols? For pistols, I don't really see much of a change. To be honest, I don't really see much of it. I'm probably just not even paying attention to it. So I'm pretty sure so it looks like for a lot of these pistols, they changed their optimal ranges near. I'd say they could work in mid, but for the most part, I guess they have them as near. SMGs, so I'm thinking that they put all the Kimbos at near, so for that stability stat, because you're not hitting Jack unless you're like John Wick. Which, funny enough, the man is in this game. Goliaths, they're still the best gun in the game. I'm sorry, there's no changing that. Grims are close second, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really into like the most try-hard meta stuff. I'm just into the more like, you know, casual yet just like precise play. So that's why I do snipers a whole bunch on this game. And for special, I doubt they really changed anything here. I wouldn't put it past them if they didn't. I don't blame them if they didn't change anything. I really don't. Yeah, no difference here, sadly. Except, what was that? No, nothing. Alright, so that's all the prime areas. So overall, there's been, for the most part, I think they mainly put the changes where they matter most. And so the snipers, shotguns, and I would have loved this in maybe like the only AR, which is the little friend. I would love to see them go maybe a bit continued like rebalancing, because in my opinion the amp cars, right, like the low ammo, the high ammo, low damage weapons, I feel like that would make them a little bit better, just giving them like 4 more accuracy, giving them 4 more accuracy, and maybe like an extra threat. I don't know how threat works at the end of the day. Like giving them an extra, like an extra concealment, an extra 4 accuracy, it'd be pretty good in my opinion. Then they'd be pretty nice for the most part. The amp car is still kind of broken, still kind of sucks because of the rate of fire and all that. The car 4 is better. And speaking of car 4, actually I'm going to see whether or not they changed any attachments. So from the looks of it, the long barrel stays the same. I don't know if they made the DMR kits more streamlined across all the weapons in the game, but I'll check that actually right now. So I'm just gonna equip the DMR kit. I'm gonna check out everything else, make sure nothing has changed, or if it did change, I'll comment on that. From what I'm able to tell, nothing really has changed. Nothing too noticeable. So yeah, I'm gonna check the AK rifle, because that also has a DMR kit. So I'm gonna see if they made the DMR kit so more streamlined. Okay, so overall, it's still gonna be 60-60 per. It's just the rough similarities between either because of their different stability stats. So no, I don't know if they changed it. They probably did, but I just don't use DMRs on assault rifles, so I would not know. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so pistols. So they reverted the rate of fire for the Shimano. Before it was a 600, and when they accidentally put out the balance changes, it was at a 600 rate of fire. Now it's a 545, same as the amp car. But before that, it was a 480. So I feel like the pistols are likely where you see most of the changes, in my opinion. Okay, so they increased the interceptor, because just keep in mind, guys, I don't have any skills anywhere. 0 skills, nada. Pistols, they increased the rate of fire on the mid tiers, it looks like. So, unless it's always been this way, like, yeah, it's pretty possible that they've always been this way, but I highly doubt it. So, pistol, interceptor, so optimal range, mid, near, mid. So they increased the rate of fire for all of the pistols in general, and especially the high damage, low rate of fire. Now it's high damage, low ammo, because they have their rate of fire increase. The rate of fire for the Bronco is increased, so revolvers maybe have to change in that too. Yep, overall that's their change now. Okay, so overall they just mixed up the rate of fire to match like the DPS of every other gun in the game. That's pretty nice, that's pretty cool in my opinion. Alright, so submachine guns. This is where I hope to see a whole bunch of changes. Because in my opinion, I feel like SMGs are just the most dubbed down guns you can use. Like if you're not gonna use if you're not using the AK Gen 21 or the high damage, low ammo weapons, you may as well not be using any sort of SMG. Then it really sucks because I feel like a lot of these SMGs could have a whole bunch of potential on Death Sentence One Down. Like for example, the Spec Ops SMG, like I love it, I really do, and I use it a whole bunch on Death Sentence One Down. It's just the accuracy just isn't quite enough. Like maybe another 4-8 accuracy, it'd be amazing, but able to maintain that 64 damage breakpoint, I can only have maybe 64. I can only have a max of 72 accuracy, which is only 8 beyond its base. So it really does suck, and the Parda does seem also like a really close competitor, but without the long barrel increasing its damage by some margin, it just can't reach that 64 damage without losing it on the accuracy. And I find that really, really unfortunate. And then the UMP rate of fire too low to really compete with the other high damages. The Crest Vector, while it can somewhat easily hit the 64 breakpoint, actually I'm gonna put the Heather in that same bullet as the Vector. It's just that they can hit the breakpoint. It's just that again they'll just lose out on a whole bunch of potential accuracy, and just they have like no extended mags unless you use skills. If you're trying to like stretch out your points to be like a jack of all trades or something, you're not going to be able to have like many bullets. You only have a speed pull mag, and the Vector doesn't even have a speed pull mag. And with the cold base, it just personally I feel like the recoil pattern of the cold base, even with 100 stability, I just can't stand it. I really can't. And every other like SMG is just dog really, except for maybe the Uzi. I feel like the Uzi would be the only other thing that could be probable. So I'll go try that out on my own time. Special weapons, I don't put it past them to not change anything here, really. I really don't. Okay, so for some of the weapons, I'm assuming for special weapons, for a lot of these, it's legit just not available because there is no real range, because they just work regardless. Alright, I didn't even pay attention to that in the other specials. I'll check that real quick. Shotguns. From what I can tell, they did not really mess with shotguns here on any significant front. I believe they did change that rate of fire. Actually, I don't know if that was the judge's original rate of fire. Probably not. I'm not sure. Like, I don't hardcore pay attention to these stats at the end of the day. I'll be honest. So let me check the But yeah, some of these do have an NA. Vulcan minigun NA. I'd say that's more of a near. Flamethrower bow. I'd say I put that as a mid-far, near, mid. Because mid, near, you know, I feel like they shouldn't have an NA. If they're just gonna, they should have it just be logical, really, at the end of the day. So the weapons I actually am really wanting to try out. Oh yeah, this is from when the right here is when I was testing shit originally. It's all pointless now, but I'll make note of any changes if there are any. So I'm gonna pick up the M308 so I can check that thing. It's like new pickup rate if they changed that at all. For sniper, I'm picking up the Contractor along with the Rattlesnake and the I could be an idiot not realize it's always been that way, but I'm just picking it up just in case it did change. It likely did not change, so take what I say with a grain of salt at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, I'm just casual. So that's all the secondaries I'm gonna get. The primaries, I mean. For secondaries, I'll keep the Shimano, and I'll just pick up the Crosskill. The Castigo should be the same. Yeah, it's the same as the Bronco, so I'll just take the Castigo. And I'll also bring the Deagle pistol if I can find it. There it is. So 3 weapons coming from 3 different profiles. So let me just double check that. So the regular mag pistols and revolvers have the same 400 rate of fire. I didn't really pay attention, honestly, too much to the SMG, so I'm just gonna look over them real quick. No, nothing. No. So it's overall just general print, no like specific rebalance changes like insane or anything. Just more of the general change. Okay, interesting. Alright, now we're in the enemy spawner. This is just a map I use to test new things. Proving ground is what I actually plan on to improve myself. I use this map to just test breakpoints and all that. Playing cards, you'll be fine. Ammo bag. I actually first aid kits. Weird. So next test is going to be testing out the optimal range stats on these guns, starting with the Shimano and the AMCAR. Afterwards, it's going to be the M308 and so on and so forth. Alright, here we go. Also, I am using mods that change the look. They change like the position of the weapons like this, and the sound. So just keep that in mind. It's not just gonna sound way different, but that should not change the actual thing of the weapon. I also put the reconnaissance sight on all the guns, all the primaries I'm testing, so I can get an actual feel of what's determined as close/long. Alright, this is gonna be all tested on a heavy Zeal SWAT. Starting with the AMCAR, I'm going up to a pace of 15 meters. Five, 6, 7. Remember, I don't have any attachments that actually improve any stats, just the skill points, which is probably a bad idea. I should probably also include stats, but weapon attachments, but I just don't. So yeah, that's the AMCAR at 15 meters. And it says it's good up to mid. That's assuming with like max optimal accuracy. So I'm likely doing the worst possible way of testing this. But I do apologize, honestly. Now going back to a thing of 30 meters, which is probably the farthest most Payday casuals would probably fight at. 30 meters. I say like a 30 meters is around the open grass area of Scarface Mansion. That's around a good 30 meter area, and the bits of Brooklyn 1010 when you go into the new apartment building. That's also good. That initial area when you go into it and you go from the bottom not through the window up top, that sight line is around 30-ish, 50 meters, I'd say. This is around the range where most paid players will likely be fighting. So yeah, that's pretty much how it is. And now we're going to test up to 50 meters. The last test is going to be 50 meters. Oh. Also, I might as well just try out the, I'm going to also try out the new rate of fire without the new rate of fire with skills. That's how it looks with skills. Excuse my excuse for a trigger finger. Let's try that again. Okay, so that's pretty much the new rate of fire and everything. Alright. So 30, 15 meter, that's pretty much the most. 50 meters, you can still engage at 50 meters with assault rifles. It's just that I feel like that's the most extreme range you could probably fight with an assault rifle, likely. So since that's a possibility, we are testing it regardless. So 50 meters would be up to here. This is 50 meters. I feel like this is likely more of a sniper range of anything. though more of a sniper range. As explained before. Yo, you, come on, die. I can't, wait, yep, playing card. Screw you. Alright, now moving on to the M308 and the cross kill, I believe. And you're about to see my fingers go inside the handle because this thing's model is way too big for a 45 likely. Alright, so heavy zeal. So established before, range of 15 meters with the cross kill. Six shot. So 15 meters with a pistol, pretty common range, I'd say. And for the M308, it shouldn't be that bad either. I'm also now going to be testing the pickup rate, because before it was around a 2 to 4 ammo per pickup. So 15 meters, here it is right here. I'm also going to be expending a full magazine. Just to test out the pickup rate. Okay, so the pickup rate is the same as it was beforehand. So I'll likely have a separate video in the description giving you my findings of when I first tested these before the beta came out, but I will be testing the pickups before then so that I can be sure 100% if they're accurate. If they're not accurate to how they are now, then I'll just replace the recordings, showcase recordings with that. But if some of them from what I tested before are still relevant now, like they're still the same, then I'll keep it in. So that's likely the case for the M308. New enemy, so again a heavy zeal SWAT, and this time it's going to be up to a 30 meter range. We'll just keep going back, and I believe that is a 30 meter range. So this is 30 meters. I'm going to try out the cross kill first, see how that works. So you can still hit. Keep in mind, this is no skills, just the skills provided by the skills. So accuracy, stability, another stability, and then more accuracy through the aced gunslinger, I presume. So I believe 30 meters is likely the max you would probably go with the pistol. 50 meters if you're just hitting a sniper with a revolver, heavy handgun. So like the Deagle, Baby Deagle, and White Streak, and 5.7. But like these weaker pistols like the Shimano lubricants, I don't think you'd be using them beyond 30 meters. If 30 meters, these mid damage, yeah, they're still pretty decent at 30 meters. You look at that, it still hits and everything. Beyond at 50 meters, I'll still test it, but I personally do not think it works. But hey, you never know. So again, 30 meters. Finish him off with that, and we're gonna go test the pickup rate right now. So the first one I got 3, the second time I got 2. So it's likely still around the same. So now it's going to be the last setup at a 50 meter. Then I'm going to do a 75 meter. Afterwards, we're going to go back. We're going to go all the way back. And so 50 meters, could you still hit with cross kill at this range with no attachment, increasing accuracy just by skills? Yes, you can, but you have to be very precise with your aim. So there he is right there. Should I hit him again? I'm gonna try to hit him again. I failed once, failed twice. So yeah, I feel like 50 meters with mid damage pistols, that's when you're really extremely pushing it. Past 50 meters, I do not believe mid damage pistols will work, really. So with the M308, 50 meters still like chump range likely. Though we can still hit, you can still happily hit at 50 meters. And I believe for the M308 it says it's far or mid. I'm pretty sure it says far, because for the flip book of a rifle called the Cavity, it said far because it's a DMR and everything. So I assume it says far. So the final test is going to be at 75 meters. I will test the cross kill, but do not expect any results from that. So here we go. Gotta go all the way up. 75 meters. That should be 75 meters. Okay, can I hit with the cross kill? Yes, I can. So, yeah, at this range, you have no business of using any automatic weapon. 75, beyond 50 meters, you're going to be using stuff like DMRs, maybe heavy handguns like the Deagle pistol, White Streak, and Castigo 44, but those are very situational. I think the only time you'd be using those type of pistols at this range is if you primary something like a Vulcan minigun, crossbow, or anything like that, the sorts, or you're just out of ammo and you just have to use it. So again, I'm gonna try to hit again at this range. Don't think I can, so I'm just gonna switch to the M308. Will I hit that? Could I hit that? Probably. Oh, I hit it. Not bad, not bad. So I'm gonna go back, kill the guy with the cross kill, and see if the ammo pickup is the same. That's the final little test for the ammo pickup. I do apologize for this video being long, but that's kind of what you get when you're going in depth into things like this, the numbers. Here we go, final ammo pickup test. So yeah, around a 2, 3. I haven't seen a 4, so I'm actually gonna go test for that right now, real quick. So would there be a 4? Okay, that's a 2. I say a sniper. So that's a 2 again. So no, I'm pretty sure it's relegated to the 2 to 3, though I may be wrong. It probably is possible to get a 4. Last test. No, it's likely just 2 to 3. Alright, now on to the second to last testing with the Contractor and Castigo 44. We're back with the Castigo 44 and the Contractor, which was before literally the most overpowered thing when they accidentally put in the rebalance changes. Before, it had a damage of 210 with Fast and Furious, 200 without, and a rate of fire of 200. So now the tests are going to be starting at 30 meters, 50, 75 for the sniper, but I will still continue doing 15, 30, and blah 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 for Castigo. And also, just so you know, for the last test, I will be using the Deagle. I will have the Deagle clip, though I will not be using it, as the heavy revolver, that has the revolvers and heavy pistols, do have the exact same rate of fire, as I'll show you here. Yeah, same exact rate of fire. Everything, not much different. It will be the same for the Deagle. I will test out the Deagle when we get there, but just so you know, I won't really be testing the Deagle in terms of ranges. So 15 meters with the Castigo now. They also did change the rate of ammo pickup rate for the Contractor, so I am going to be testing that. 1, 2, 3. About 3 shot. Now on to the 30 meter for the Castigo, which in my opinion is likely the max. You probably want to be using that. And the accuracy on this thing is 76, so just keep that in mind. 30 meter Castigo before we start with the 50, 75. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not bad, not bad. Right now, from here on forward, this is the last time we are testing the Castigo. It's going to be at a 50 meter range, which in my opinion is the max you would want to use any pistol or SMG. So 50 meters are coming up right now. Will I be able to hit him? Probably not. Yeah, no. No, okay, readjust. Yeah, 50 meters, this is probably the most you want to go for at. Yeah, definitely 50 meters. Oh, I did hit him. I just got really lucky. So you probably could if you have the patience, but for that, you have a sniper instead. Alright, and just testing the rate of fire. So before it was a 200 rate of fire, this is a 240. In the link in the description, I will have a video that showcases my testing before, but if they're outdated, then I will be changing them to how they are current Payday 2 now, because it's possible they changed the main game when they added the beta in some way. So I will be in that video. I'll also include the Contractor back when it had the 200 rate of fire and went 210. I haven't checked the vanilla game if it has any changes or if the changes were reverted. I just went straight into the beta for this video, just so you know. Alright, 75 meters. More, a shot with the revolver, because why not? Will I hit it? Ooh. Okay, last shot before I just switch to the Contractor. No, so yeah. 50 meters, you're barely gonna hit anything. 75, no chance. Alright, Contractor Sniper, 75 meters. Again, and did that kill him? I'll wait for him for a minute. And yeah, that did kill him. So yeah, from 75 meters and beyond, it's the same song and dance with pretty much any sniper rifle, if you just aim for the head. It really is. So again, just to showcase the new rate of fire of 240. Yeah, that's how the new rate of fire looks like. And again, just showcase the revolver, let's change it to the rate of fire. Now I'm gonna test the pickup rate now, because they did change it. Okay, so the pickup rate for the Contractor is way higher, exponentially higher than it was originally. Before, it was a 3 or 4 to pick up, which was pretty respectable for a high ammo, low damage sniper, like for its class. But now it's like a 7. I just picked up a 7 with that. Probably on the high end, because now I just got a 3. I'll just kill him again. Start from a 10, from a 2. Last test. So right there, I got 7, then I got a 3, then I got a 2, then I got a 3. So I'd say a 2 to 7 pickup. Pretty insane. Pretty insane, I'd say. Although that's probably, I'm just putting that 7 out of my ass, because likely that the ammo pickups were actually just stacking over there. So I'm gonna restart my testing real quick. So I'm from a 15. So we're going from a 15 to 18, so that's a 3-er. A 18 to 20, so it is still the 2 to 3, maybe 4 if you're lucky. I would assume 4 is probably the max. No, still actually looks like 2 to 3. I'm still gonna be trying for a 4 though, see if I can get lucky with that one. Yeah, no. I'm gonna keep going until I get to 30. No, it's 2 to 3, so not bad, not bad. Alright, now on to the last testing. Here we go. Okay, this is the last testing. Like I said before, the Deagle pistol. Same 400 rate of fire as everything else. And this time we're gonna go from 50 meters, from 50 meters to 75, and I will go beyond to a 150 because why not? Let's have fun with this. Okay, that's how that would look. I don't want to do that for fun. Alright, gotta spawn in a guy. Then we're gonna go straight to the 50 meters. Like a Zeal SWAT. Straight to the 50 meters. No pussyfooting. Alright, about 50 meters. So around here, could I hit him? Like I said before, the heavy pistols you can still definitely hit with the 50 meter range. You gotta be really precise how you hit. Right there, that's another hit. And now for the R93 for the kill shot. And that was the kill shot. Alright, time for another Zeal at 75 meters. And could I stack heavy shots? Nah, I have to kill one. I have to get Shoe out of the picture because I failed miserably. Jeez, bro. Oh yeah, just so you know, every playing card does like what, 100 damage. Well, that just gives you perspective of how much the heavy SWATs have on this sentence. Really should have picked up Parkour and Sprinter. What is this? 37. Well, 75 meters. Okay, and 75 meters. See if we can hit with the heavy pistol. You can hit, but at this point range, you might as well just be using your primary if you're trying to hit that. At this range, you're likely using a DMR or a sniper, just moving to the next objective. No point trying to shoot an enemy from that far. Yeah, no. Alright, now for the Rattlesnake for the kill shot. At 75 meter, that's pretty good. Did say 60 on the thing, but that's because I shot through this and it hit him. So that is 75 meters still, because he's still standing at the spawn point. Alright, now for the fun of it, we're gonna go to 150 meters to show you just the capabilities of just snipers at the end of the day. Right. And also, I will be after that little fun shot, I'm gonna be testing the ammo pickup rate. So yeah, see 150 meters. This is gonna be a long run. And okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are at 150 meters. Just to show you how the. And just like that, I just hit a deagle shot. Yeah, no. If you're trying to get into PAYDAY2, don't hit shots like that. Don't try it. Really don't. Even me, that was just a really fun case because we're in a controlled environment. But if you're in a real heist, like the only time you'd see ranges like this, maybe Heat Street, and maybe Heat Street and Goat Sim. Goat Sim Day 1 and Heat Street are the only two heists I could ever see having these sorts of ranges. Even then, they'd likely be very specific sightlines. Yeah, that's the Deagle at 150 meters. Now for the AX. No, not the AX50, even though it sounds like it, because like it's not the AX50, but no, it's the Rhinefield. Rattlesnake. Jeez, bro, I'm really forgetting these names. Alright, Rattlesnake at 150 meters. If I can even hit him. Can I even hit him? I should be able to hit him, right? There we go. There he is. I'm gonna go again just in case. Actually, I'm gonna crouch down and try to get him through the wall. Do some bamboozle shot. Alright. He's likely dead, so yeah, that's just to show you the power of sniper rifles at the end of the day. Like I said before, from 75 meters and beyond, it's the same song and dance with any sniper if you hit your headshots. And you can hit it with a pistol too, with a heavy pistol. And revolver if you just know what you're doing. You're surprised enough of that. Alright. See you guys at another 150 meters. Oh god, here we go. And we're back. What's up? Anyway. Now time to test the ammo pickup. So from a 36 to a 38. Ooh, it does actually start the headshot. From a 37 to a 39. Actually, I'm gonna max out my ammo first. Then drain it. Alright, here we go. So we lost 10 rounds. We're gonna test that right now. From a 30 to 33. From a 33 to 36. And from 36 to 39. So is it just a 3-3 across the board? I'm gonna test that by going down to 5 rounds. Oh yeah, so it's a 2 to 3. So I have to, from what I can tell, it's likely a 2 to 3 change across the board. Rep, but for some of the lever action snipers, I feel like it's probably horrible, and I don't think they would change the Thanatos to be that way too. But if they did, I will be testing that. I'll leave it in the videos, that will be left in the description once I get everything in order, and I will also say in the comments whether or not. So yeah, this has been an in-depth look at the general balance changes in this beta. Just so you guys know, like it was in the previous beta, before from 1 down to death sentence, this game's meta and balance is all up to you, the community. So play this beta, it's free. If you own PAYDAY2, just go to your properties, go into betas, and choose open beta, go to the open beta tab, thingamabob, choose that, and then choose open_beta. That is the beta I'm playing on right now for these balance changes. So just play around, tell him what you think. If you want to use my opinion, then tell him that, then by all means do so. But if you have differing opinions, by all means talk about it civilly in the comments. And of course, don't overkill themselves, whether just adding them on Twitter, sending them a thing on Steam, or just voicing your opinions in other manners. I'd say likely the best way to do it is in their Discord, which I will also link in below. So this has been the in-depth look at some of the general changes in this new update. More videos coming soon, and I hope you guys have a good day. Sky Lieutenants, out.